Imagine if you can, boarding a spaceship, leaping into space, and moving through the limitless universe at thousands of light years per minute. Imagine then that suddenly your controls jam. You're falling through space helpless for 1 week, 2, 3 weeks. Your food all gone. Your water supply exhausted. Suddenly you hit a light refraction area and find yourself caught in the gravity pull of a strange world. Somehow you find the strength to again grasp the canvas control. The terror of impending disaster calls forth reserves you thought long dissipated. Suddenly,
Control Tower Earth 5 from unidentified ship in sector area 48. Pull up, straighten course.
the voice barks at you in a strange language. What it says you don't understand. But what it means is only too plain.
Pull out, Joe. You're heading for a densely populated city. You have only seconds left. Pull out. For the love of heaven, you're going to crash. Pull out. Pull out. If you don't, hundreds of people will be killed. And I tried to warn the fool, but he doesn't answer. Wait. Wait, Commissioner. He is pulling out.
Oh, thank heaven. Can you identify the ship?
No, sir. It hardly looks like a ship at all. From the quick look I got, it looked like, well, an oversized tennis ball best describes it.
Obviously, then. Not a ship from our galaxy. I don't know if any ship with a spherical design like that. What's happening to it now? Are you following on radar?
Yes, sir. It's continuing to drop down, but at position A-1. That's the Bain Forest area. It's losing altitude. If it crashes there, it can't do much harm. Just a few isolated houses out that way.
When it lands, let me know. I tell you, this is a chance of a lifetime.
Or a lifetime sentence. Breaking into GBI headquarters and lifting a load of Krelium is no easy job.
But it's 1 billion credit notes worth of Krelium, concentrated down to a size small enough to carry out in a briefcase.
We can't live high on a billion credit notes and get out of this place.
You've seen it work.
Yes.
I mean, you've seen Dr. Zarkov actually reduce a 50-pound bar of Krelium to a 50-ounce size.
Believe me, if I hadn't, if I wasn't sure, I wouldn't have come all the way out here to Bain Forest to tell you and ask your help.
Well? Okay, I'll work with you.
Fine.
Now let's figure out how we can...
What's that?
It's going to crash.
That was close.
Some of these crazy spaceship pilots should have their license taken away.
One thing for sure, that pilot won't have use for his license anymore.
Processing all that Krelium here in GBI headquarters puts a pretty heavy load on the security guard, Commissioner.
With safeguards and alarm systems protecting this building, I can't think of a safer place to do it.
Eric here.
The strange spaceship has landed, Commissioner.
Crash?
Probably, though I can't tell. I only saw the landing on my radar, somewhere in the Bain Forest area.
Oh. Couldn't have picked a more rocket-deserted area to try. Good. Get a search party out and report back to me when they found it.
There's no question that GBI is mechanically well protected. And the security check a person goes through to work here eases my mind regarding any inside job to try to steal it.
But? Go ahead. Give me your buck.
Frankly, I don't have one. All I have is a feeling. That certain warning feeling I get when I know there's going to be trouble.
I won't argue the point with you, Flash. But I can't see what can possibly happen.
I can't even venture a wild guess. All I know is I sense trouble.
Okay. And if it comes, it's your job to see that nothing happens to the aquarium.
Okay, but don't say I didn't warn you.
It's the other way around. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Uh-oh. You've got that I hate Commissioner Herrick look on your face again.
Now, don't you get me started. Is this it? The machine that processes a 50-pound Trillium bar down to 50 ounces?
The very thing.
How does it work?
Well, these are the before, and this is the after. You can see how much easier handling and storing will be.
And how much easier sealing will be.
You've got a point there. These billion credit notes worth of tritium we're processing can easily be carried in an ordinary briefcase.
Hello, Flash. Looking over your guarding assignment?
Hello, Dr. Zarkov, yes. When do you think you'll have the entire load processed?
Oh, in about 3 days. We're working 2 shifts. Dale and I on one, Abner and Masters on the other.
I want you to start a 15-minute bell check into Commissioner Herrick's office.
All right. I'll set the checking alarm right now for every 15 minutes.
I'll do it, Doctor.
Thank you, Dale. Anything else?
Yes, keep your door closed and locked and somebody in the lab at all times. When you get ready to lock up, send for a security guard.
Understood. Anything else?
Yes. Finish as fast as you can so we can get this Trillium bullion out of here and back into the Galaxy vault. I won't have an easy moment until then. Come on.
Try to be sensible. We just can't get into GBI headquarters carrying any kind of weapons.
There must be a way.
If you can figure out a way that a stun gun or a blast gun can pass the alarm system, I'll buy it.
The one chance of my life to get all the money I want. To live the way I want. Listen, Emil, take a chance with me. I can get you into the building and up to Zarkov's lab with no trouble.
This I'll buy. As night building maintenance supervisor, you can bring me in through your office.
Then why are you afraid to go up to the lab without a stun gun?
Simple, my boy. With the elaborate GBI alarm system, we'd have every guard of the place down upon us before we took 2 steps inside of the lab.
You won't try it with me?
No. Unless we can swing that lab door open and stun whoever's in there within 2 seconds, we don't stand a chance.
What's that? Who's knocking?
Did you tell anybody you were coming here?
No.
Who's there? It's a woman.
What is she doing way out here?
Probably wants to borrow a cup of sugar. How should I know?
Who is she?
Never saw her before.
What strange clothes.
She's beautiful.
Let me put her on the couch.
He's burning up his fingers. What's wrong? Haven't you ever seen a woman before? I'll get some cold compresses and water. Don't let her run away, boys.
Hey, feel this material. It's like metal. Yet soft as silk. Strangest sensation I've ever felt.
Yes, very strange.
Her eyes are opening.
Now we'll find out who she is. What she's doing out here.
Frida, what happened? What's she crying about? Frida, I said. Frida! Frida!
What's wrong?
She's cold. Cold like stone.
She dropped the stone. It happened when she opened her eyes and looked at Frida.
Sit up, man.
Wait, here. Listen to me. We need a weapon that won't set off the alarms at GBI headquarters. All she'll set off is a few whistles from the guards.
From space beyond our galaxy, a derelict spaceship has brought a strange and beautiful woman to Earth. A woman whose every look is dangerous. For when her eyes fall upon a living creature, it turns to stone. Stranger than the turn of fate that brought her to Earth is that she has fallen into the hands of Emil Bildbro, master crook of the galaxy, wanted by 7 planets, and Fred Worthston, a maintenance supervisor of GBI headquarters, who has proposed to Bildbro that they steal 1 billion credit notes worth of Quillian, being processed in Dr. Zarkov's laboratory for more efficient handling and storage in the galaxy vaults.
Ready for the next bar, Dale?
Put it in. I guess the second shift can process all the rest, don't you think so, Doctor?
By midnight, I should say. Aren't you people done yet?
Stop trying to be funny. This has been one of the toughest jobs I've ever had. My poor feet are killing me. I've been on them all day.
Any sign of that trouble you've been expecting, Fred? Nope. Nobody will be happier than I am if I'm blowing up a tempest in a teapot.
I'll bet. You and your appetite for trouble.
Haven't you taught your assistant any respect for elders, Doctor?
Why, no. I've taught her the theory of advanced equations, calculus, astrophysics, and nanochemistry, but we haven't gotten around to the course in respect to one diligence.
I'll get it. Yes,
Flash Gordon or Commissioner Herrick there?
this is Gordon.
Oh, Flash. News about that derelict spaceship that landed in Bain Forest.
What is it?
They found the ship with comparatively little damage. They're studying it now to find out what kind of a ship it is, and...
Find anybody in the ship?
No, deserted. We've got a party combing the forest now for the pilot.
Keep me informed. It's almost time for you people to knock off. Why don't you run along now? I'll stay here, watch the machine, and wait for your release.
Could we, Doctor?
Why not? We can't process another bar till that one's finished. Let's go. Good night. Good night, Flash. Thanks. Good night, Doctor.
Mr. Gordon, Miss Arden isn't here.
I'm afraid not. Something I can do for you?
Oh, no, thanks. She said she would ask Dr. Zarkov for some medicine that would cure a cousin of mine from hay fever. See you later, Mr. Gordon. Good night, Mr. Gordon.
Good night, Fred.
Where have they brought me? If I could only understand what they're saying. Quiet. Maybe this is a place for sleep. But the sound of their voices is a frightening sound, like desperate people. Oh, if I could only see where I am. I mustn't open my eyes. And I did. That poor woman.
I've got to do that.
I told you we're green.
Okay, so I'm green.
Just take it easy. Everything will go right. You just take it easy.
Don't forget to lock up when I close the door. And remember your 15-minute check-in signal. You've got one coming up in 5 minutes.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
Fred, the maintenance man, Dr. Ebner.
What do you want?
Some help? It's my sister.
Don't understand.
She's suddenly gone blind. I have her here with me. Can't you look at her, examine her eyes?
Isn't it a funny time of night to bring her here?
It just happened tonight. My brother didn't know what to do and brought her here to me. He is waiting downstairs.
How did this happen, Miss Larson?
Oh, I forgot to tell you. At the same time, she went deaf and dumb. She can't speak or hear what you say.
Sounds serious. Bring her in. I'll take a look at her.
Yes.
In another hour and 45 minutes, they should be finished.
Still have the trouble feeling fresh?
I have. But I guess it's nerves. Nothing much can happen in an hour and 45 minutes. It's almost time for the 11 p.m. check-in.
5 seconds over and no check-in signal flash.
Dr. Abner, why haven't you made your 2300 check-in? Dr. Abner, Dr. Masters, answer me. Why haven't you reported in? What's the matter up there?
And knowing, feeling that there was going to be trouble, you still let it happen.
I'm not trying to excuse myself, Commissioner. I take full responsibility for what happened.
Full responsibility. Does that breathe life back into the stone corpses of Masters and Abner? Does that bring back the cranium?
Give me a chance and I'll get the Krillium back. And for Abner and Masters, I deserve whatever punishment the law requires for criminal negligence.
Oh, no, Frank. You took every possible precaution.
Have you any idea of what kind of a weapon caused it, Doctor? At the moment, no. It was obviously something that had the power to slow down the molecular activity of the cells to the point where the fibers, blood, the entire anatomy became petrified.
What steps have you taken so far? I've ordered all spaceships that have left Earth within the last 2 hours to report back to their bases. Space platforms in A, B, and C perimeters have been ordered to shoot down all spaceships disobeying that order.
A complete space blockade. Good. Harry,
There's a call for Flash Gordon.
I'll put it on my line.
This is Gordon.
Listen carefully and don't bother to trace this call. I'm going to tell you who I am and where I am.
Go ahead.
I'm one of the people who stole the Krelium.
Your space blockade moved too fast for us.
So?
And so we've decided to let you take us out in the Scarf Lab.
That's interesting. How are you going to manage that?
Don't forget Dr. Adler and Dr. Masters. Solid stone. Solid as the rock of Gibraltar. If you don't follow my orders, a lot more people are going to turn up as stone statues on their own graves.
Okay, you've convinced me. Where do you want me to come?
I want you and Dale Arden.
Dale Arden? What's she got to do with this?
My insurance that you don't give us trouble. Girlfriend in stone is not very responsive.
They want you go along with flesh. Or they threaten to use the stone weapon on other people.
Well, of course I'll go if it will help.
Dale Arden will be with me. Now, how do we get there?
Look for a signal beam in the Bain Forest area, south sector. Follow it in. Set your helicopter down on the clearing in front of the house. Knock on the door. We'll be waiting.
We'll be there in 20 minutes.
And Gordon, no trick. Remember those stone corpses.
Welcome, Miss Arden. Did you bring the medicine for my cousin's hay fever?
Not even a GBI security check is faultless. I regret this. Fred, mark my words. Well. Be more closer. You should have recognized that voice.
I understand your patrols are still looking for me around Pluto.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that woman? She looks ill. She's burning up with fever. Why do you let her lie here like this? Why don't you do something for her?
Go ahead. Take care of her. She means a lot to us.
Where can I find some water and towels?
In the air.
You made a big play. And up to this point, you've got all the cards in your hands.
And they'll stay in our hands as long as we have you and Dale Arden.
Who are these new people? I like their voices. The woman as she touched me, I could feel she was good. And the voice of the new man, I feel I can trust him. He seems so worried. I can feel the danger in him. These men are evil, and they're using my eyes for evil. I mustn't let them again. I mustn't.
You don't know your GBI. You think they'll let you get away to spare us? You're crazy.
I warned you, Gordon. No tricks.
You didn't think you were really coming here without being covered, did you?
I'm going to kill you, Gordon, if you trick me. On your feet.
What are you doing to her? She's very sick.
What happened?
Gordon tricked us.
He told me. What are you going to do?
Introduce them to the stone weapon.
Several months later, in Commissioner Herrick's office, there was a happy meeting.
Well, if you're patient enough, I guess it proves that everything happens for the best.
It certainly did in this case, Commissioner. Bedelia crashed to Earth, possessing the power to petrify with her stare. She captured 2 crooks and saved the galaxy $1 billion credit notes worth of trillions.
And opened up a new field of optic chemistry while we found a cure for it. Thank heavens we were able to revitalize Abner and Master's cell structures so that they thought out as good as new.
What nice people.